Hey everybody, it's me as always, your host Gambit896, and I'm back with another review video for you guys. Today I'll be reviewing Thor, God of Thunder, Volume 1, The God Butcher. The series is written by Jason Aaron and illustrated by Esad Ribic, and on the colouring we have Dean White and Ivey Sorvencina. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's Ivesvorcina, and this first volume collects the first 5 issues of the series, which is published by Marvel Comics under the Marvel Now initiative. The premise for this story is that it follows Thor, the Norse god of thunder, throughout 3 stages of his life as he battles a serial killer who has been killing all gods across all of space and time in existence. And we follow, like I said, 3 versions of Thor. So we have young Thor, present day Thor or Avenger Thor, and future old King Thor. And Jason Aaron, his writing on this series is absolutely fantastic, and he does a fantastic job of, while writing 3 different versions of the same character, each giving them their own distinct voices and personalities. An example of which can be seen in the first page with young Thor, who has just dispatched a frost giant who has been terrorizing a village on the western coast of Iceland in 893 AD. I led a group of 20 men, tracking the giant to its den in the highlands. It battled us for hours, swinging trees and hurling boulders. Many Vikings found their way to Valhalla, until my axe hacked its guts to bloody slush and lopped its head off. That was 4 days ago. Since then, I have eaten more goats than the frost giant, drank enough meat to drown a dozen sailors, and made love to half the women in the village. I am Thor, Odin's son, god of thunder, prince of Asgard, heir to the throne of the realm eternal. I love my life. And that's just a really cool inner monologue and character defining moment for young Thor. And here we see a really cool shot of young Thor. Like I said, young Thor is basically the young, fearless, cocky, arrogant, brash warrior that we saw in the first Thor movie, portrayed by Chris Hemsworth at the start of the film. And then we cut to present day Thor, or modern day Avenger Thor, who is answering the prayers of a child on the planet of Indigar, which has basically become a desert planet, and many of her fellow people are dying from hunger and thirst. So Thor decides to answer the call and bring with him the storm, and creates enough water for the natives of the planet to survive. And as with present day Avenger Thor, he's the more noble warrior and Avenger, sorry, as you can see there and there. Esad Ribic's artwork in this is absolutely fantastic, and like I said, the colouring done by Dean White and Ivey Sorvencina is absolutely fantastic. So Thor finds out that the people of Indigar, their gods, have been absent from answering their prayers for many, many years. So this then leads Thor to investigate the home of the Indigardian gods. Ooh, sorry. And what he finds when he arrives there and he finds the gods is absolute carnage and sheer butchery, as you can see there. And this then leads to a brief confrontation with one of the mysterious assailants' minions, known as Black Berserkers, which are basically these dog-like creatures, which are the mysterious assailants' minions, as you can see there and there. We then get introduced to old King Thor, or future Thor, who is the last god in all of existence and the king of Asgard. He has an eye patch, and he's also wearing the left arm and possibly both legs of the Destroyer, which is the enchanted suit of armor which was enchanted by Odin himself, and he's wielding both Mjolnir and the Odin sword. And again, there's a really awesome character-defining moment for old Thor, where he says, "Come dogs, there's still one god left in Asgard, and he would have words with thee," which I thought was a really awesome moment for the character of old Thor. And here we see another really great scene of young Thor trying in vainly to lift Mjolnir, which unfortunately for the young god, he's not worthy just quite yet. So in its place he has this huge Asgardian battle axe instead, but he does make a vow that someday, Mjolnir, you will be mine. So, and we know from experience and from reading that that does actually come to pass. And so we follow our young Thor with a band of Viking warriors who are also followers and worshippers of Thor, as you can see there and there. And young Thor has decided to take a trip to what will one day be Russia, on the promise that he will find gods there that he needs to talk with about what he found on the riverbed in Iceland, which then leads to a fantastic aerial battle between our mysterious assailant, who we see the first shot of, and that is Gorr, the God Butcher, as you can see there and there. And I'll just show you another page or two of some of the aerial battle action between the two, as you can see there and there. There's also another really awesome moment for young Thor, where Gorr asks him, "What are you the god of anyway? Axes, drunkenness, arrogance?" And then Thor just whispers, "Thunder," and then he strikes Gorr down with a bolt of lightning, which I thought was just an awesome moment for young Thor. I have to say, of the three versions of Thor, I think young Thor is definitely my favourite, from a personal opinion. Also, the original series covers are also done by Esad Ribic, which are absolutely fantastic and just masterfully done, in and of themselves, along with the artwork as well. I have trouble getting that phrase out then for some reason. So we then follow modern day Thor, who has decided to travel to the Omnipotent City, or the Nexus of the Gods, to gather up on some reading and trying to track down all of these gods that have disappeared over millennia. And there's some great banter and humour between Thor and the librarian. So we then follow Thor as he tries to track down any of the missing gods that may yet still be alive, but unfortunately Thor turns up empty-handed. And here's a really cool example of a double page spread of Esad Ribic's artwork, as you can see there and there. And we have sorry, let me just turn over my notes page. Again, there's some really awesome moments in this, which I'll get onto in a second. We have a really cool cameo and guest appearance from Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, as you can see there. And again, there's another really awesome moment for old King Thor, where he says, just bear with me one sec. "I will not sit on that blasted throne a second longer. If I cannot walk to my death like a god of the Vikings, I will crawl to it like a wounded dog," which really drives home the stubborn old warrior and just tired old god that Thor actually is. But he won't go down without a fight. As you can see, there's a really cool shot of him recalling Mjolnir to him, to then deal with some of Gorr's berserkers, or black berserkers I should say, as you can see there. The writing in this by Jason Aaron is absolutely fantastic. He has a fantastic voice for Thor, whether it be young Thor, Avenger Thor, or Old King Thor. And with issue number 5 we have the meeting between present day Thor and Old King Thor, as you can see there. The artwork by Esad Ribic is absolutely fantastic and is equally on par with Jason Aaron's writing in my opinion. And like I said, Dean White and Ivey Sorvin-Sina do a fantastic job at bringing Esad Ribic's artwork to life with the colouring that they do. If you're a fan of Thor, if you're a fan of Jason Aaron, if you're a fan of Marvel, if you're a fan of Thor, I highly recommend, nay, I implore you to pick this up. This is absolutely fantastic and is definitely my favourite of the Marvel Now series that I've read. If I had to give this first volume of Thor God of Thunder a rating, I'd give it an absolute 5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it and I highly recommend it. And that about concludes this review video, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. But as I always say, if you didn't like the video, please feel free to tell me why in the comment section below, or send me a private message. If you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more of my videos, please feel free to subscribe. And until next time, this is Scambit896 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.